We all know how important it is to prepare for retirement, but the truth is, too many Americans are simply not doing it. MarketWatch recently reports about 55% of Americans are at risk of being unable to cover essential living expenses during their retirement. So here with ways to invest wisely now is Chris Hogan, financial expert and author of Retire Inspired. Chris, welcome. It's so nice to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your book. You know, why do you think that the conversation around retirement provokes anxiety in so many people?
Well, I think a lot of people feel guilty that they haven't done what was needed. And so for a lot of them, they feel overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. And so you've got the guilt, and then you don't know where to start. And so people are confused.
And you say start with a dream. Is that right?
I do. I think if you start with a dream, it's much more motivating. You know, fear only motivates you for a little while, but a dream will keep you going. And so when you know you want to travel around the country, or you want to spend time with your spouse or your kids or your grandkids, people get excited about that. And that's what I want them to do. Tap into that excitement, because I want people to get inspired about retirement.
So is retirement, should we think of it as an age or as a number?
Listen, too many people think of it as an age. When you hit 65, there's not a retirement fairy going to show up, okay? It's not gonna happen.
No.
So retirement's not an age, it's a financial number. When you have enough money put away to do the things you want to do, that's when you can start to live your dream.
So do you start then by understanding where you are right now?
I think it's so important. I mean, everybody has the dream, and that's good, but what are we going to do about it? And I think the best place to start is right where you are, which is to understand your budget, understand how much money you have coming in, and then I want people to get out of debt. Now, too many people look at debt as their friend, right? The credit card. Everyone thinks that's your buddy. When in reality, it steals from your future. And so if we can get out of debt, you can give yourself a raise, and then you have more money to invest for the future.
Let me ask you something. So many young people these days are graduating with huge student loans. They've racked up credit card debt. How can they be paying all of that off and also be saving at the same time?
Thank you. That's exactly right. You can't do both. You can't go right and you can't go left. So what I'd encourage them to do is to first attack the debt. Let's put our focus on that and do all the things we can. Take on an extra job to make extra income, even downgrade lifestyle. But attack the debt first, get yourself out of debt, and then you can start to invest.
Do you recommend people get professional help for planning their retirement?
I think retirement's too important. It really is too important for us to go it alone. And so I encourage people to talk to an investment professional. Now, here's what I mean by that. Not someone that just has the license, but someone that has the heart of a teacher. And what I mean by that is they're not someone trying to sell you stuff. They're actually there to help you reach your goals.
Is this someone then we should check in with, like our doctor,
Yes,
sort of
ma'am.
for our checkups?
I would say more than just once a year. Maybe you want to talk to someone and you want to meet with them once a quarter, or maybe a couple times a month. Every investment professional works with people differently, but interview them. You know, just like you would a doctor. Don't just take someone's recommendation. I want you to talk with them, and if you're married, I want you to get with your spouse. Make sure you're both in agreement and that you trust that person.
And Chris, what are your thoughts about people's lifestyles? Do you think in general people are living a little too far beyond their means?
I think so. I think we let commercials make us feel bad about what we have or don't have, and then all of a sudden we get this deserve mentality, which causes us to go beyond our means. So I think if we can step back and look and say, hey, this is the dream I'm chasing. This is the reality that I'm living. What can I do to tweak that to make sure I'm doing a little bit of both? I'm okay with people having stuff. I just don't want stuff to have them.
Very, very good advice. Chris Hogan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.